Scott and Sandy 66 Mustang Convertible. A lot of you guys know her as Miss Emberglo. She's got the Deluxe Steering Wheel. We're going to be rebuilding the horn buttons today, making sure it works so it doesn't stick on and honk constantly while they're driving it. Here we go. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the center cap already off. And the hardware with the springs already out here. Scott already took care of that previously. My next step is I'm going to actually pull the wheel off. So we need to remember our orientation. And thankfully it's on video. And of course, usually guys, this notch is usually straight up and down. But the car came in with that as straight at about 12:30. So we're going to be putting her back at 12:30. Wheel is off. There it is down there. Here's our two contact rings. And then here is our actual center. It does have a crack in it, but it doesn't seem to, it's going to affect it in any way. But that's our old OE. Everything is apart. Now we're going to show you how to put everything back together. Alright, so we've got our steering wheel disassembled, completely off the car. Old contact plates, new contact plates, old trim ring, new trim ring, original wheel, original center hub, which has a very small crack, but it's going to be alright. It's going to survive. So, I'm going to put this baby together. First things first, we got to put our insulators onto our contact rings, as you can see. And we'll be assembling. So when you go to put your insulators on, they're very simple. They just slip on. You can see here on the old one. But take note, as one side has more of an overhang than the other. So when you assemble your new ones, you need to do it the same way. Alright, there's our contact rings. All set with our new pads. Next step, take our trim ring and get it around the horn buttons. And we will assemble. Assembling the horn. You see the inner trim ring is in. Now the key to this is the inner trim ring is the one that uses the screws with the large flange and the spring. And the key is you don't want to go too far, because if you go through too far, then the screws are going to contact the outer ring, which goes like so. It only goes one way, boys and girls. Like so. You don't want to go too far, because then those screws will contact the outer ring and it'll complete the circuit and you'll be honking. So, outer ring uses shorter screws, inner ring uses longer screws with springs coming together. Here we have our finished contact rings. Screws are down and tight. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And now we reinstall. Let's see what we got. So we got the wheel back in, but works really hard. So we got to mess with the contacts, which we will be taking care of. So we got to pull the wheel back off and adjust things. All right, so we got the wheel back off. And if you watch the contacts, right there. This outer contact ring, no matter how hard you push, doesn't get touched by the inner ring. So we need to pull the outer ring out and flatten its tabs just a little bit so we can get in there to where they make contact. It's a little trial and error. So you got to put a little bit of a bend sometimes. Always do trial and error. But you need to put a little bend so they meet their contacts. Now to reassemble. This side still doesn't work because if you remember, the spokes here, they had a crack. If I didn't shoot video of that, I'm going to show you. I think there is, but I got a picture I can post as well that I'll put in there. But Scott wasn't able to do this with any of them. He had to pull them all up like this. Whereas you see this is working because of that crack. It's not, but you can pull that one up, pull that one up, but you can actually push this one in like you're supposed to now. So Scott gets one of these, the horn button parts. We can definitely take it apart and pop that baby in there and fix it and make it right.